Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to a very special Friday afternoon edition of Hollywood After Dark, asking one very simple question. Did James Gunn murder Mikey Sutton? Did James Gunn's words kill a critic? Folks, these are some bold accusations, some wild conspiracy theories, and it comes right before the news of Zack Snyder returning to Warner Brothers? What the fuck? Let's go. Hey RJ, how you doing? I'm just gonna lead right into it with this. How's it going, RJ?
Hello. Okay. It's been
Good.
Interesting day. A lot of stuff happening.
A lot going on today. I wasn't gonna go live.
But then
work.
Then
all this happened, and then of course I have work in a little bit. Last night I worked till 4 o'clock in the morning, and last night I was so tired. It's one of the reasons it makes it hard to do movie talk, because I still shit post on Twitter. I still do a lot of stuff with that. Although, what's your take on this new Twitter monetization thing? You think it's going to kill it?
Oh yeah, I think Elon messed up. I think they've got to do it in house, because a lot of people who are part of the monetization program are not going to be renewing their Twitter Blue subscriptions, and they're just not going to participate anymore.
Yeah, so if you don't know what's going on with that, essentially Elon Musk has partnered with let me see if I can bring it up here.
It's like an Israeli company for like, and they want your ID and your biometric scan data. Like what?
Yeah, it's a little bit on the crazy side, to be fair. I'm like, I don't really know. I don't want to sit there and like, I don't really care if it's an Israeli company. I care that it's a company. So here we go.
Company, yeah, I know.
I know. But right now specifically, it seems like they're trying to use this to weed out pro-Palestinian people on Twitter. To be honest with you, is what it feels like to me.
A little bit, yeah.
So we got here, in order to be monetized on X, still, that's such a dumb name. He asked people if they liked X, and no one liked X, but he's still leaning into it, I guess. Beginning on July 1st, users will have to give Israeli intelligence company Autotix access to their government-issued ID and biometric data, showing us here that this is going to be happening July 1st. I got this notification. I wasn't too sure what it was. I got
it yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird for me. And then, of course, here it wants you to give government-issued ID, and then I consent to X and Autotix using images of my ID and my selfie, including extracted biometric data to confirm my identity and for X's related safety and security purposes. Autotix may store such data for up to 30 days. Now, I mean, obviously that right there is going to be the key thing, but apparently it's headquartered in Israel, and a lot of people are not happy about it, because here we go. The founder of Autotix is Ron Atzomn, is a retired member of the IDF clandestine unit 8200, which provides Israel with 90% of its intelligence material. So that's a big deal in regards to everything involving Twitter. And that, look, you might be thinking, what does that have to do with movies, or did James Gunn kill anybody? It's just showing you how crazy Twitter is right now, and how nuts things are on social media. So it's always best to kind of,
plus, I mean,
pay attention to what's happening.
Yeah.
Pay attention to what's happening. Yeah, it is. It affects everyone, because I've been making some money off of Twitter recently, and I want to keep doing that here. Spider-Man Gaming drops a bomb right off the bat. Skeetwalker deleted the stream on his channel. Can you double check that, RJ? Can you check and see whether or not
Skeetwalker? It wasn't on his channel. It was on the Good Austin's channel.
Oh, on the Good Austin.
I think he might have streamed it on his Twitter account, but that's about it.
Okay, I'm blocked by all of them fools, so I can't respond to nothing.
I have ulterior means.
Yeah. I don't really do the alt account stuff. That's just me personally, but let me see here. I want to try to find the other stuff that we're talking about today, because today's kind of a Zack Snyder day. You know what I mean?
For good and for bad.
And then, but we do got a couple things to quickly touch on. Let me just make sure I get everything I need up and running, because it's been weird. I should say last night the stream was weird, to be fair. But
the stream that they were all on.
The stream that they were all on. But what's hysterical is that it happens, and then the next day We get this from Variety. I guess I'm not even on the right page. There we go. A 300 prequel series is in the works at Warner Brothers with Zack Snyder in talks to direct.
Not just that, but also executive produce along with Debbie Stone Corey will be involved in the production. Like, it's a big thing.
Yeah, so according to this year, the exact plot details are still being worked out, but sources say the show would serve as a prequel to the 2006 film, which is kind of funny because 300 Rise of the Empire was a prequel, a concurrent story, and a sequel to 300. It covers all three bases,
well,
which is really weird.
He talked about the 300 prequel on the Joe Rogan show. He talked about how he wanted to make like this very homoerotic epic romance action film. So he talked about like he wanted to do a TV show and do this certain story. So I think it's gonna be that.
I mean, listen. If you ever saw Spartacus, they had gay romance in Spartacus, and those are some of the best characters in the show. So it's a good show. So we got here. So Deborah Snyder, who I'll just say it, I think is absolutely the worst thing in Zack Snyder's orbit right now. In my opinion,
nice, though.
She's nice, but she sucks as a producer. You need someone. Her job is.
Couldn't you say that about like all husband and wife?
No, because if I recall, Christopher Nolan's wife is also a producer, and he won Best Picture last year. So she gives in. The thing is, the problem with Debbie Snyder is that she's a nice person, very nice person, but she gives in to Zack's worst machinations as a filmmaker. Right. And it's like she lets him just do what he wants while she tries to protect him from the outside, which makes sense from a husband and wife duo. But it does hurt the project as a whole. It does. It does hurt the project as a whole because you need to rein Zack in. And that's why I think 300 is a great project for that, because 300 was Zack Snyder's first big hit outside of, it was a second feature film, right? Dawn of the Dead, then 300.
Yes, yeah.
But 300 had a minimal budget of like $60 million. They shot it very lean. They used, again, green screen, a lot of emerging CG effects, everything like that. And the movie was epic. And it served the slow-mo, and it served his visual style. And I believe it's his most profitable film overall. So you can make the argument that, well, him going back to that well is something that makes a lot of sense. Never mind the fact that you've also got Warner Brothers Discovery, or this is not the DC side of things. So this isn't James Gunn. This is Pam Abdy and Mike DeLuca, of which Zack is on very good terms with.
Yeah, they helped facilitate the Full Circle event back in April of last year. A couple years ago, whatever it was.
Real quick here, Eric Z. It says Andy and Barbara Muschietti. They're brother sister. They're not having sex.
Oh, are they brother and sister?
They're not. Yeah, no, they're brother sister. But I think a lot of people think that they're husband and wife. I think a lot of people are under the impression that they are a husband and wife directing, producing combo. No, they are brother and sister. This is not a Brazzers moment, ladies and gentlemen. We do not have a Minions moment here. I'm sorry. That doesn't exist with Andy and Barbara. Although, I mean, I don't know how things are in Argentina. So,
because I know, we can't go for too long. But I want to clarify something really quick. The article did mention, though, they don't have a concrete plan on where this show is going to land. So maybe it'll go to Netflix. Ooh, wouldn't that be something?
That could happen. Yeah.
Warner Brothers project on Netflix. Oh my god.
Well, right now Warner Brothers Discovery is very much in the same area as everybody else.
Yeah. Either way,
like they're going to license. They're going to license.
Warner Brothers. Yeah, it'd still be made at Warner Brothers though.
Yeah.
Just about who's going to distribute it.
Yeah, here we go. Fandom Menace L's here asking a question. What are your thoughts what happened to the Home Alone 2 guy yesterday? So briefly, because I was working all last night and I wasn't able to do a stream about it.
Oh yeah, that'll be a big old $3 or not.
Yeah, well that's the whole thing. I've been going at it with a friend of mine on Facebook today. He's all like, he says the whole thing's a scam and blah blah blah, and it's the whole thing. Fuck around, find out is basically the way I can describe it. And a jury of your peers found you guilty. This would be the big orange man, guilty of 34 felony counts of falsifying business documents in an attempt overall to influence the outcome of the 2016 presidential election. And as just a quick aside, not to be on a political soapbox here, but if you think about it, in 2016, Trump did successfully use that to influence the election, right? After the Access Hollywood tape, they were able to kill that story of infidelity when Melania was at home with the 6-month-old Barron. And that was able to benefit Trump to win the election. And in 2020, when they lost the election, they tried to then instill fake electors by usurping the voice of the American people in the Electoral College. And that is something he's still very much going to face trial for. Even in Arizona right now, there was a massive indictment a couple weeks ago, and he is one of the unindicted co-conspirators on that one. So Orange Man bad. Orange Man bad for country, bad for world. And now, hopefully, if we have a just and fair system, he will be punished accordingly. I hope it's not a fine. I hope it's not a slap on the wrist. This is a serious thing. The most I think is house arrest. The most I think is house arrest. I don't think that's going to happen with anything else. I just don't see anything else happening in regards to that, because you can't. I mean, logistically, yeah, you could put the former president in jail. He would be in solitary for the most part. That would drive him mad, more mad than he actually is. If you listen to him speak these days, he's wildly incoherent. He is babbling worse than Joe Biden. He's clearly got early onset dementia, and it's basically elder abuse. You lock him away from everything, and that's going to send his ass into it's going to send the spiral into overdrive. That being said, I hope this is a wake-up call to a large bit of the population that is undecided about who to vote for in at the end of the year. If you value democracy, vote Joe Biden. That's the only choice. That's Matt Jarbo, host of $3 Theaters Hollywood After Dark, officially endorses Joe Biden.
Don't vote for Robert Kennedy Jr.
No, don't vote for the brainworm guy. Don't vote for the anti-vaxxer brainworm guy.
Wait, what if I want to vote for Dwayne Johnson?
Give it until 2028, man. Okay, like let him get through Moana 2 first. Okay, let's see what he can do with that. All right.
Yeah, he can sing "You're Welcome" every time he launches a nuke or something.
Yeah. Anyway, anyway, we don't have a lot of time here. I got work at 2:00, so I just wanted to go live and talk about this, because there was a there was a thing last night, by the way, a stream that happened last night, and I'm trying to find the video clip that you have, because these guys, we've talked about these guys before. We have absolutely talked about,
it's been an ongoing history since
but I mean, it has been. I think part of the issue, the way I view it at least, is that I have kind of backed off of talking about these guys for a hot minute, because it's not important to me. You know what I mean?
It's not.
Like, but the thing is, like, before they got to know Mikey Sutton, I knew Mikey Sutton for a number of years. And I talked to Mikey every day for a number of years. So I know a lot about who he is. I know a lot about his psyche and what it was. And the thing that sucks, though, is it does suck that he dies, that he died almost a year ago. It does suck. The other side of that, though, is by the time he did pass away, he did utterly convince a group of sycophantic morons that he was basically the second coming of Christ. And that
he was going to deliver upon them their salvation, their golden goose.
Basically, he was going to sit there and, like, he was going to do the Dreamwalker show and bring them along. And
so then would that make so I'm trying to think of my biblical reference here. Would that make Sil Abdul the Abel? Is that the one? The
fuck if I know, man. I don't know right now. It's my biblical knowledge is definitely
because for minimal. Context, the stream last night was about how they are cutting ties with Sil Abdul.
Yeah, they're mad. They're mad at Silly Sil. Okay,
because he wants to talk about DC, because that's what gets him views.
Well, it's the only thing that gets him views. I mean, it's literally the only thing that gets him views.
He's basically trying to save his channel, and they're mad at him for betraying them. Because for the context for the clip, Leon is ranting about how, basically, if someone insulted my brother, like what James Gunn did to Mikey, I would never talk about him ever again. He'd be persona non grata. And they're upset. They're upset that Sil's even entertaining James Gunn discussions.
Well, because this is a lot of what it is, from my understanding here. So 5 days ago, he interviewed Robert Meyer Burnett,
and this was the straw that broke the camel's back.
And then if you listen to just the opening here, listen to just the opening,
because this movie has to be the definitive Superman movie, and I would dare say it's probably going to be. It has to be the best Superman movie that's ever been made. Because the DC universe, this new DCEU, if it's anything less, it's a failure.
When
I
you
mean,
say that, are you saying like the quality of the film, or are we talking box office numbers like
well,
Man of Steel?
I'm both.
Yeah.
This movie has to be the best Superman movie of all time.
So just that cold
They're
open of
very
which
upset. Like I
they're
said, they're
yeah.
very upset with this interview because they feel that Sill is glazing James Gunn by having people on his channel who are excited for Superman.
I mean, it's good to be excited for a movie. As much as I have criticisms of Sill, it is very good to be excited for a
Well, he's not
project you want to
excited.
see.
No, that's the crazy thing, Matt. Sill's not excited. He just said, "I'm willing to listen to other people's opinions and not."
That is weird.
trash on
That is wow. That's odd because Sill never listens to other people's
Well,
opinions.
you know why he's doing that, right?
Because he doesn't. His channel is dying.
Yeah, he needs something to talk about. His channel's dead, man. Like, what else is? I mean, you know. But now he's caught in the middle though, because half of his audience hates James Gunn and wants him to.
Whoa! Wait, hold on. Whoa, wait a minute. I just happened to take a look at this. Wait, Tim Vo died?
Oh my god.
Lords of the Long Box. I'm just learning this right now. Dude, Tim and I talked a bunch.
Oh, shit.
I don't. Oh man, that sucks. What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Okay. I mean, like, wow, that's terrible. I mean, like, I've known Tim for a number of years. We talked a little bit last year. I didn't know that he passed away. Holy shit. We're friends on Facebook. Like, I didn't even know about that. Holy crap. Sorry, I know not to cut it off. I don't want to fucking deviate.
No. I mean, that's serious shit.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Tim was a good dude. Tim was a solid guy. At the end, look, here's the thing is like Tim knew, I'll tell you this, Tim knew a lot about Mikey was full of shit. Because we've had conversations about that.
Yeah, you've told me, yeah.
You know, we've had conversations about that. They didn't like what, I'll tell you this, you know, Tim did not like what Mikey was doing. He got real frustrated with the Snyder stuff. He got real frustrated that it was taking away from other things like finishing up the Dreamwalker book. There's a lot of drama with that Dreamwalker book that came out of that.
Yeah, I think Sil was alluding to some of that in that post, maybe.
Well, because they didn't finish it, they never finished it. So, or Mikey never finished it. But there's the key thing here is that they like, and this just goes to show you how kind of caught up. Like Mikey Sutton effectively was like the George R.R. Martin of his own universe, right? The Mikeyverse, he's the George R.R. Martin, meaning he's kind of like the creator of it all, but like he bit off more than he could chew. And when it came to Dreamwalker, they were like rushing to get that done because Mikey was overselling it, right? Like he was
trying to pitch it also too for a TV show and all that too.
Well, there's, you know, the stuff he was saying about that, not always accurate. Meaning,
yeah, we don't got to get into it now.
Largely meaning that the stuff Mikey was saying about certain studios being interested, so on and so forth, he never provided the information to back that up.
So you're saying like it might not have been entirely accurate.
He got it picked up in the Philippines, right? Which is cool.
By a Filipino studio.
Yeah. But him saying, like, before Mikey and I stopped talking, he was telling me about how he was getting it, like Netflix was showing interest. And then I found out that he never provided documentation showcasing that Netflix was interested. He never provided any of that information. And there's a lot of problems, especially with the financial side of Dreamwalker, because it wasn't Mikey's money that went up in order to push Dreamwalker. That was Tim. So there's a lot going on with that. And so at the end of the day, I'm not trying to besmirch Mikey's memory or Tim for that fact, but we're on the subject matter of it. And so I can finally talk about it.
Yeah.
Is that Mikey was very much caught up in his own bullshit. And that was very much spurred on by the people he surrounded himself with. Like Sil and like Skiwalker and Zod and all those guys. And one of the biggest problems with that was that Mikey always like monitored himself, or he always would monitor what was being said about him. And he would send articles to everyone he talked to, everyone he talked to on fucking Facebook. It wasn't just me. It was everyone he spoke with on Facebook. He would send article after article. If they mentioned him, they mentioned Geekosity. They do all this stuff. He was so obsessed with with where his name was that he stopped actually, I think, giving a shit about whether or not he was right or not. I think by the end there, he was so caught up in that bullshit of constant praise and attention that it shows you specifically just like how these guys were manipulated by him, and then he allowed himself to be manipulated by them. It's a cycle, this never-ending cycle of bullshit.
It was just a bad, it was a cycle of bullshit, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So rip George R.R. Mikey. Dude, that's fucking funny. Also, hey man, listen, I don't give a shit about fucking Enosh Shotgun.
That's the Enosh troll. It goes through his
yeah, I blocked him. I blocked him.
Oh my god.
Anyway. Real quick here. Command unit, $2, thank you. I'd vote for the brainworm. Ash here says Sagi killed Sutton, then hid under the alias of Ray. I can see that. Anthony Beltre here says these guys need help. They do. Ash here says thank you for $2. I remember watching Lords of the Long Box back in 2019. Rip Tim. Yeah, they were really good. I'm really bummed about Tim. He's a good, solid guy. So I know all kind of got messed up together at the same time. Unfortunately,
you're fine, dude. You're fine. I understand.
I just want to find. Okay, so let's
dive into conspiracy.
Let's see.
So,
here.
By the way, though, are you surprised that they're breaking up with Sil?
I am. Yeah, I am surprised at that one. Also, quickly joining us is Saggy. Sag, we've got about maybe 10 minutes left, so we got to run through this.
Matt, no.
Yes.
Matt,
yes.
no.
Yes. What she's saying Matt no about is my epically brilliant thumbnail.
Matt, no. Matthew Jarbo.
Look at that.
That thumbnail was kind of fire, though. I can't even lie. Like, artistically, at least.
Artistically, AI got what I was going for.
Okay, go ahead. I won't interfere. I'll just say what I need to say after you guys say what you need to say. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're just going to look at... Yeah, this is RJ, real quick, this is the tweet that you talked about here. But give us a rundown of what happened last night real quick.
Again, basically, they did a stream last night, cutting ties with Sil and announcing that going forward, they're no longer going to associate with him and his platform because, in their eyes, Sil has betrayed them because he's covering James Gunn in the DCU almost daily with people that they feel shouldn't be given a platform, like Robert Meyer Burnett and others.
It's almost like we've been telling everybody that Sil literally gives no fucks as long as it makes him money and clicks.
And basically they realize that, and now they're just going to go off and do their own thing with other people, and their Snyder fandom is basically completely fractured at this point and falling apart. That's the context, but they were streaming about that. And during that conversation, Leon went on a rant about how Sil kind of like is doing this rebrand. He's acting strange. He basically said, if a wacky director attacked our brother and defamed him and slandered him, right, you'd never catch us trying to glaze him and twerk for him. And then cue the clip where the good Austin takes over and they have a conversation about
stuff. So I'll bring up...
This clip is really important. It's telling.
Yeah, so this is a 2-minute, 44-second clip, and the whole thing is just listen to the whole thing. We're going to be quiet, let it play, let you guys figure it out for yourself. But it is... This is the state of affairs on people and the weird shit that they say. And this is the stuff that they believe because they get themselves hyped up to believe it. It's definitely, it's some real 5150 shit, if you guys know what I mean.
Would be atrocious, right? You'd be watching a stream and be like, what the hell are these guys saying right now? And to have built a community, Sky built his community and was just like, yo, I'm gonna talk about James Gunn all the time now. When Night Shift was around, it was a James Gunn roast every time with Mikey. And obviously, there's reasons I believe now as to why Mikey couldn't do that on this other person's channel that he used to stream with. And I'm glad that he came to Sky's channel to do that. I'm glad that I was able to work with Mikey because of that. And yeah, afterwards, after what James Gunn said about Geekosity, like, and if you had the chance to work on that, where the fuck is it? Also, that's another question I have. So This is the whole transparency.
Bro, this
thing that we were
motherfucker
talking
liked the tweet saying he don't fuck with us.
Right. And then you're gonna just big him up the whole time. And
what are we talking about, bro?
Yeah, right. I know, dude.
Talking about James Gunn, correct? Yeah, James Gunn.
Yeah.
For those
only-
that don't know, James Gunn liked a couple of tweets that had my
From
name
his
and Sky's name.
verified fucking my name, Leon name, and a cool tape.
Right.
From
And
his
look,
verified fucking account.
the point of that is to say he's slighted us, James Gunn has, and he's damn sure torpedoed Mikey's brand, and that affected Mikey's money.
That affected Mikey.
Minute. And and possibly Mikey. I don't want to go that deep, but hell, dominoes do affect, correct?
Stress on my financials, which you know, when you have stress on your financials, it put fucking stress on your life. This is how it goes.
Until the day he passed, bro.
Facts. To the point where like we were, I mean, I had a feeling that whatever happened just because like Mikey was like he would tell us what was going on, and also this is to not go in on that, but like James Gunn is the person who's done nothing but creative divisiveness in this fandom. He is the one who came into the fandom stating that this will be divisive, even if it's not right now. This is a fractious fandom.
So in summary,
Yeah.
So just to summarize, Mikey, when James Gunn called out Geekosity, it torpedoed the website and the money that the website was bringing in. Mikey was stressed out, and they believe that caused his death.
Guys, no. You got it all wrong. What they basically confirmed was that James Gunn wrote down the name Mikey Sutton in his death note, and then shortly after that, Mikey died.
And you tell me no?
Jesus Christ.
And you say no to me?
Your imagery was worse than my bad joke. I don't want to hear
That
it.
is not
Anyway,
true.
but the
You
point-
made a Death Note reference. I didn't make a Death
That's
Note
what they're
reference.
basically saying.
They are saying that effectively.
But they also admitted that. They also later in the stream, I didn't clip this part, but they said they have a personal vendetta and they're going to war against James Gunn because he liked my tweets and he destroyed Mikey Sutton's career.
They really think that they think that you guys are in cahoots. They think that you guys are working together.
They actually think that James Gunn thinks about them and hates them. That's what's crazy here.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all because this is just from a couple hours ago today. Hanging on the set of Superman with some of my favorite people. You know?
Yeah,
I mean, James is you don't recognize Nathan.
He's living his best life right now, and these clowns are, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's disgusting. I mean, the fact that they're blaming James Gunn for the death of Mikey, I mean, that's just a new low. Again, they're trying to justify their hatred and their vitriol.
Which is crazy because, like, again, as much as I didn't like that Mikey was doing the scoop crap and saying crap that wasn't actually true and, grifting, whatever, Mikey was still a human being. Mikey was still a person, and I'm not gonna sit here and blame anyone. Mikey had health problems, and that was very much known for anyone who knew
Well, the
Mikey.
other thing is too, they're also upset at James Gunn because he told the truth. Because he said Geekosity published a false article, and that
it was false. So
and it was false.
And that's Mikey's fault. Maybe Mikey shouldn't be putting out false articles then.
Well, and the thing is, though, there has been only 3 articles posted to Geekosity Mag. And I think they made a reference to that, too, because I think Sil was supposed to be working with James.
Calling out Sil for not bringing back Geekosity.
Well, the thing is, it's not up to Sil to do it. It's not up to Sil to do it. It's not, he doesn't have any ownership of it. James has some ownership of it. I think he's got control of it right now. And then also, I think Mikey's nephew or Mikey's family has the other half. From my understanding, I don't know all the details. I haven't spoken to James in a hot minute.
End of the day, though, they're blaming James Gunn and me for destroying their credibility and their popularity.
No, they're accusing you of killing Mikey. That's what do you mean? They're accusing you guys of murder, cybernetic murder.
See, here's Geekosity in the brand change. All right, because it was the purple backdrop, and then after Mikey
Yeah,
passed,
now it's orange.
James tried changing it. But again, he's only really done, 3 articles since then, and then it really just kind of went nowhere because Mikey's brand was Geekosity Mag. That was really it. It was just
it's Mikey. Yeah, it's Mikey's site. It's
that's
Mikey.
yeah. So he, that's what it's always been. But you can even look here. It's like they were like Kieran Bug hasn't written anything. I mean, there was
The website is effectively it's over.
It's dead. I mean, like, yeah, it's absolutely dead. They weren't even doing much. Okay, here we go. Gal Gadot confirms Wonder Woman 3 is still happening. I mean, we know that one didn't.
But here's the
and
thing.
whatever.
Here's the thing, though, Matt.
Look at this.
Mikey,
look at this.
No, I know. But what I'm saying, though, Matt, is that they believe that the website was failing because of James Gunn. That James Gunn torpedoed the reputation of the website.
No. So wait, before you even say that, you have to remember the timeline, right? So that situation, I remember, because that situation happened, and then Mikey,
it was November of 2022,
right? And then Mikey wrote an article about it, or they did streams about it. I think didn't Mikey write an article about that too?
What? No. So the timeline is Mikey shared an article. He wrote about something that Small Screen put out. Then James Gunn debunked it and said, no, Geekosity, this is incorrect. I don't know if you're being lied to or you're purposely lying or whatever. Skywalker and those guys got extremely pissed off, did multiple streams about it, saying that like James Gunn declared war on Mikey Sutton and them.
And that brought more traffic to Geekosity. So what the fuck are they talking about?
And then next month, though, the next month in December, they announced Henry Cavill is no longer Superman. And that's when, even Syl admitted when that happened, it killed his channel. Syl said that on stream, like, that killed my channel. So,
yeah,
again,
lying tends to kill people's channels. I mean,
that's why right now it's kind of like, look, my videos on Zack Snyder do way better than any of the streams I don't do on Zack Snyder. You know what I mean? So it's, I mean, that is a reality, right? It is true. That's a lot of what we build up when we do this. We talk about this subject matter. Those always tend to do the better ones. And so talking about DC,
like, I'm just saying, like, for them, this is personal. Like they
made it personal. They made it personal for them because they're toxic. They're crazy. They don't have, these are people that have always sought to find a voice in somewhere, and they got one with Mikey. But what they didn't realize was that they were being played the whole fucking time by a guy who just was so desperate to be accepted and so desperate to be wanted and to be believed and to be revered and popular, right? Like, he went down the same path that a lot of the chuds do, because the chuds don't believe what they say, but their audience believes that they believe what they say. I think Mikey believed in a lot of the bullshit. I think he was able to get some things done. He'd been working on that Dreamcatcher thing for a long time, or Dreamwalker thing for a while. He was well known in the Filipino industry.
Book published and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, but I don't.
That's the thing with Mikey. I will say, like, I liked Mikey's just movie talk. Like, I just like being on panels with Mikey, just discussing.
Yeah, that was fun. That was
it. I didn't care about the scoops. I just miss Mikey being able to be normal on a panel, having fun, talking shit about movies and TV. The whole scooper thing just really, he dived in, and it just was so, it's like, dude, you could have just been awesome. It was fun talking movie talks with Mikey, dude.
That was fun. And that's the thing. Even though, like, I disagree with a Robert Meyer Burnett over so many issues, I mean, I could probably still have a conversation with him on everything else and have fun. And that's even kind of what I mean. Look, I'm doing today is more of like let's just kill it, be done with it sort of thing.
No, I agree.
Wait, I have a question.
But I have to go. I have to go. I've been working less than an hour.
This is important.
What?
Does Zod Rider still mess with Skywalker and them? Because wasn't he I think he's the reason who introduced RMB or whatever his name is to Syl. Because he was going on stream with Zod.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Saggy. They're all going to fall apart now because they're divided.
Okay.
It's going to be different camps now.
Matt has to go now. I just had to ask.
Well, I'm just looking. Let's see here. Wow. Okay, there we go. Like, I'm looking up Zod Rider's. Yeah, he barely posts anymore. He doesn't really do much of a show anymore.
He does like that interview show or whatever.
So, but he doesn't even really do much of that anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like, again, a lot of these guys, they run out of steam because they don't, when they live in this world, and they relied heavily. Well, okay, that's not true. He did an interview with Mads Mama Bear yesterday.
Oh, the BBC chaser? Yeah, I know.
The BBC chaser?
The
The
BBC
what?
chaser.
Okay. And he talked with Aaron Fisher a month ago, that beady-eyed little bastard. So, and again, these are all fucking sycophantic morons, that all live in their same little community and their same little bubble and things like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't have the thing prepped for 3 people, so Saggy's in the background. But I do have to. I gotta go, everybody. I do have to get.
Okay, give it to RJ. We'll keep it going. Bye.
No. Matt should give the final word. I'll talk about this again. I'm
kidding.
sure.
Go ahead.
Well, if I had more time, I would, but I have to go make that money. I have to go near the Canadian border today. That's how far up I have to go to pick up some people today.
Do you have to
I have to go
it?
what? I have to go. Yeah, I have to go within 20 miles of the Canadian border today. So I have to get on the road and get up there.
Yeah. I'm sure Saggy will stream about this. We can continue the conversation there. But Matt, since this is your bookend to this whole 3-year journey, you should get the final word.
Well, listen, here's the thing. Am I happy that that Mikey is gone? No, I've said multiple times Mikey was a fun person to talk to. I think he just got caught up in his own bullshit, and I think that was the biggest problem. But that being said, I still miss my friend Tim Vodine. That's tragic and terrible and very sad, and obviously condolences go out to his family. There's a lot there again that a lot of people don't know about how Mikey and Tim worked, and to understand, to give more context to why Mikey is the way that he was and how he was very much kind of only in it for himself. I can talk about that now. Sure, terrible timing, but it gives context as to why we say the things that we say, or I'm saying the things that I'm saying, is because I know personally that he cared more about trying to get Dreamwalker off the ground than anything else. And he even wanted to put down, as far as I understand it, he wasn't even really happy with the scooping stuff anymore, but that's what paid the bills. So, and it goes to show you a bit more about who the person is and why the motivations for everything. I really hope these guys get help. I hope that they have a meetup this summer. Did you see that part about the meetup last night? They're doing the meetup, the cool table meetup right around the time that the Rebel Moon unrated cuts come out, and they're thinking they're going to go to the red carpet.
Yeah, go meet up with them, Matt. Go say hi.
I'm not going to. No, I have shit to do. If I was in California, maybe.
Are they going to wear their feety pajamas?
Yeah, maybe they will.
Wait,
maybe
Saggy,
they will.
are you going to go so you can get the beta up out of you?
I hate you.
It'd be the beta up in her.
Have you heard my man's voice? That man is deep voice. I got a man. He already got the beta out of me.
I mean, he technically made a map of California on her back, according to him. His words.
Yeah, he made a map, so he's definitely not a beta. He is all alpha.
But you won't be able to go to the La Quinta Inn.
Listen, my man can afford much better than La Quinta fucking Inn. Trust me, I've been to nicer. My man doesn't even do inns. We do Airbnbs, baby.
He just eats out. That's all he does. Anyway, all right, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.